All right, welcome back. So you made it to session 2. I'm proud of you. All right, so last session, first session was a little rough. I was a little scared. I was a little nervous. I didn't have all my shit together, but that's okay because I'm back. I'm back with my best. I'm gonna give you my best. I couldn't give you my best last time, but today we got it. All right, so forgive me, okay? Forgive me. Speaking of forgiving, today's session, today's karmic conversation is about forgiveness, all right? So the question that I posed to myself was, when you heal, when you forgive, who do you really heal? You know how they say when you hold a grudge, who you really hurting? You know what I'm saying? So when you forgive, who do you really heal? Okay, of course, the answer is self. The answer is self. We heal self, okay? So let's see. Let's just jump right into today's session. So I'm going to pull a card on the energy question being asked. It's why is it so hard for you to forgive? Okay, let's pull the energetic pool. Why is it so hard to forgive? All right, the strength card. So I immediately felt several different things from that, okay? The first thing I'm getting is that, I'm tired of being strong. Like, I'm tired of being the person who is always forgiving. I'm tired of being the person or the bigger person in the situation. Sometimes I don't want to be the bigger person. Sometimes I want to be the petty person, okay? Sometimes it's hard to forgive because it's hard for us to forgive ourselves. If we can get into a place where we can forgive ourselves for the decisions we make, and let me give you an example. Okay, so you wanted to get into this particular career path, right? And you get into it and you realize it's nothing like you thought it would be, right? But you don't want to quit. You don't want to be a quitter. Maybe you care what people will say. Who knows? So now you feel stagnant. Now you feel stuck because, well, I already invested this time. This is what I spent all my energy in, be it 1 year to 10 years. I made the commitment to do this. And if I don't complete this, or if I don't succeed in this, I will never forgive myself. That is something that we tell ourselves very often. I will never forgive myself. No, forgive yourself. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to not have the right answer. It's okay to make a bad decision. Once you realize you made the bad decision and you learn from it, it's okay to forgive yourself. It's okay. So the minute that you start to being able to forgive yourself is the minute that you can start to forgive other people. When I learned to forgive me super easily, and that doesn't mean to warrant caution, like don't give caution to certain situations, or don't keep that side eye to particular people. We're not just saying throw forgiveness out all willy-nilly. Personally, internalize forgiveness. You know what I mean? So with the strength card, especially in this particular deck, this is all about the inward. All right, so focus on that inner forgiveness first, okay? So forgiveness can be hard for you to give to somebody else because it is hard for you to give it to yourself. All right, so how do you forgive? How do you forgive? What's your forgive language? What's your love language? How do you normally forgive somebody? You know what I mean? Are you capable of it? What do you usually do? Let's pull the energy for that. How do you usually forgive? All right, the Four of Swords. So you give space. You get distant. You stop communication. You block. You cut off. Okay. That's not forgiveness. That's disassociation. That's detachment. That's separation. Now, sometimes you have to detach from a situation. Forgiveness doesn't always mean access. Right? We learning that. Forgiveness does not always mean access. So with that being said, distance is cool, but now you're creating a grudge because when we forgive somebody, usually forgiveness comes with an apology, but sometimes we have to accept apologies we won't get, right? And that just means sometimes knowing the people or the situations that you're dealing with. You know, you won't always get gratification in that workplace situation. You won't always get gratification in that relationship. You won't always get gratification in that friendship, or, you know, with your siblings or with your parents. Sometimes you have to accept those apologies that you won't get. But if you're going to keep yourself attached to this person, to this job, to this situation, then separation and distance, you know, shutting up. I see the being quiet. You know, sometimes you don't got nothing nice to say, you don't say it. Sometimes you need to separate yourself from the situation so that you don't say something that you can't take back. I feel you on that. But when it comes to getting over something, forgiveness is important. Okay, because we can take all the time and the space and the distance that we want, and then we can come back to the situation and act like everything is okay and that everything is fine. But in hindsight, it's not. What you did was you slept on it, you thought about it, you analyzed it over and over again, you came down to your own conclusions and all of that. And you internalize all of that solo on your own, and then you're going to go reconnect with that situation or with that person, not even knowing that subconsciously you're holding a grudge because you never gave the situation room to create space for forgiveness. Because did they apologize, or did space just do that for you? I know they say time heals all wounds, but in some situations it's better to address it. You know what I'm saying? Address the situation. Now, if this person is not apologetic or this situation can't be fixed, that's when acceptance comes in. We'll get to acceptance in another session, okay? So we see that you get distant. All right, cute. All right, so when to forgive and when to forget. What is the difference? Okay, forgiving someone does not require you to forget what they did. That is such a dicey situation, because it's like, I forgive you. I forgive the situation. I don't forget what you did, because I know that you're still capable of it, but I won't hold it against you. That's a hard one. The karma don't got all the answers. That's a hard one. That is a hard one. So when do you forgive and when do you forget? All right, you forgive when it's, you know, let's pull some cards. You know, I don't know, because when you forgive somebody, you almost have to forget, because if you keep this deed in the back of your mind subconsciously, you are going to hold that against them in your actions. You may not say it. You may not even verbally, you know, think it out loud. You may not subconsciously think it to yourself, but your actions, when they say actions speak louder than words, body language is a universal language. Those grudges come out fluidly through movement. Okay, so when is the time to forgive and when is the time to forget? I think the time to forget is when you decide to forgive. I know that sounds like some BS, but let's just give an example here. Let's say, I don't want to make everything about relationships, right? So let's just say you found out your friend may have told something personal that you didn't want another friend to know. The minute that you decide that this person is still my friend and I'm still going to communicate with him or her, I'm still going to talk with him or her, we're still going to hang out, you're choosing to forgive that person. So then you need to give them room to acknowledge that they made the mistake and then change the behavior. Don't ever do it again now. That's your first and last time. Don't ever do it again. But I'm here. I'm still your friend. Therefore, I forgive you. Therefore, every time I see you, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I can't tell her nothing because last time she was telling all my business. You didn't forgive that person. Release it. Let it go. All right, so let's see what forgiveness looks like to you right about now, these days. How you feeling? I don't really feel like a negative energy. I feel like I feel like somebody got some big scissors in their hands right about now. Okay. The Empress popping out in reverse. Interesting, because it came out in reverse yesterday as well. So how you see forgiveness, okay? So I can tell you what you don't see. You don't see forgiveness as a gesture. And I like that. I appreciate that. You see forgiveness being a branch of accountability. So I like that. I like that. Okay, so this is a situation where I feel like people aren't able to come back to you and just be like, oh, I bought you flowers, or oh, you know, I know you want to go see Lauryn Hill, so I got you those tickets, or I know you want to go to the Renaissance tour, so I got you front row as an apology. I like that your apologies and your forgiveness cannot be sold or bought. That is an important quality to have. Those do not make things okay. Gifts and money do not make things okay. Tasks and favors do not make things okay. Is this person accountable? Has somebody been accountable for or responsible for the damage that they have caused to or in a situation? So if you're seeing forgiveness as the Empress in reverse, you know, it's more than physical. You know, my loyalty, my love, it can't be bought, it can't be sold, it can't be purchased. And I like that, okay? I like that for you. And I don't have any advice to give to you, because it took me a long time to get out of that cycle of thinking, you know, every time, now that I'm in a more healed part of my life, every time I think about people saying I'm sorry through tangible items, I think of Tina Turner and Ike Turner on What's Love Got to Do with It. He would just beat her up, tear her down, and then he would buy her gifts. He would shower her with gifts. So it's just like, yeah, she had this nice house and this nice car and this lavish life, but internally sis was destroyed. Okay, next, this ain't about her, okay? This is about healing. All right, this is about healing. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have on the list? Okay, let's see. What does forgiveness look like to you? We already addressed that. Okay, and how do you accept forgiveness? What does it look like when you accept forgiveness? Uh-oh. The Eight of Cups. Take a good look at this card before I get on your ass. It takes a lot for a person to be accountable. It takes a lot for a person to say, I'm sorry. Now, we do have our gaslighters, we do have our manipulators, and we do have our narcissistic people who can say apologies, but I'm sorry is not an apology. That is not an apology. That is something you say when you bump into someone at the grocery store because you don't give a damn about them. I'm just sorry I bumped into you. Right? An apology is where you're able to accept forgiveness. An apology means that someone was accountable, something was held accountable, and so my feelings or to you or to the situation has been validated. Therefore, I can accept what you did. That is really what forgiveness is acceptance. I can accept what you did and I can move forward with it. That is forgiveness, okay? This is not forgiveness. The Eight of Cups is not how you forgive, okay? So look at that little pig, you know, in that cup. It's an indication of being babied or tantrums. Notice that her fists are balled up. Notice that she's walking away. Notice that there's a blockage there. She can't get in. So, you know, again, we talked about that Four of Swords as well. So let's just talk about these cards all together. All right. Beautiful message, by the way, but let's talk about these cards all together. Okay. The Strength card, look at the Strength card. She's afraid. This is internalized fear. You know, we have the Eight of Cups, this anger, this needing to walk away. We have the Four of Swords, this silence, this rest, this distance. And then we have the Empress card in reverse. The Empress card being about mothering and nurturing. But since it's upside down, it's very shh. So somebody here knows how to cut their energy off when they're slighted, when they're wrong. They don't look to forgive. They get distant. They get cold. They take time away, and they come back when they feel better. And so what I'm about to tell you to do now is what I told you earlier. Forgive yourself. Okay? When you forgive yourself, you can forgive other people. If you made a bad decision with this person, it's okay. Forgive yourself. You don't know how to handle your emotions the right way. Instead of opening up, you shutting down. It's okay. Are you acknowledging? Are you accepting? Are you accountable? Because then you can forgive yourself. So whatever walls that you feel the need to build, let them down. Because when we talk about healing and we talk about peace, there has to be peace within. Does this look peaceful to you? Have you heard the phrase holding on for dear life? That is fear. It's dark. It's an untouched, unknown, unsurfaced place, right? The Eight of Swords, sleep, head down, no attention given. But understand when you're ready to move, if you move too fast, you could hurt yourself. All right? The Eight of Cups. I just want to run it down to you. Walking away, fist balled up, handling things in a childlike manner. We are adults. We don't do that no more. All right? Don't cut the love off. Don't make these situations harder than they need to be. I think that when things go wrong and we face adversity, whether it's involving a person or whether it's internalized, whether it's involving a career, finances, whatever, be gentle with yourself, parent yourself, guide yourself through these situations, but release the anger, release the detachment, release. And that's so weird to say release detachment, because in order to release it, you would have to be in a state of detachment, but you have to learn how to balance it. So moving forward, when something is not okay, you feel slighted, it's okay. Remember, it's okay to have feelings. I didn't handle that so well. It's okay for me to have handled that this way. I didn't have to kick the door down. I didn't have to bust the windows out the car. I didn't have to shank them. But I did. And it's okay. What did we learn from this? Okay, the real true apology to yourself is going to be changed behavior. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it there for you guys. If you are new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. If you are new to Karmic Conversations, thanks for coming back again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, talk about it, come back to the next session. Comment down below. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to address? Session 4, I hope that you guys will be here for session 4. Or session 3, excuse me. Session 3 is going to be all about accountability. All right, so each session will just piggyback off the last session. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you make it to this last card, God, please, motherfucking 1111, let's bring this channel back up. We're going to pull this last card, and we're just going to give all the people who stuck to the end of the video an individual piece of energy just to carry with you through the week. God, please let it be good. God, please let it be peaceful. We want nothing but healing. We want nothing but peace. We want nothing but love. And I know that's right. The 8 of Wands. Expect a lot of movement this week. Expect a lot of good news. Expect a lot of flirty text messages here and there, okay, between you and some special person. Coming in hot. And I don't know if you're going to be posting anything online soon, but the DMs, the messages, the comments, they come in, they flood in. Anything that you sign up for, anything that you apply for, expect immediate response, okay? So you guys enjoy your week, and I'll see you later. Bye.